Okay, so finally we have with us, and we're very lucky to have Maryann Corbett.
Thank you, Wendy, so much for that introduction. I will fuss for a few moments with this microphone.
Is that about right?
Is it right, according to my listeners? Is he picking me up?
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay. All righty. Again, Wendy, thank you for that wonderful introduction. Thank you all so very much for being here. I have wanted to read for this audience in this reading series for a really, really, really long time, and I am excited and psyched to be here with you. Thank you again for your presence. And especially for Wendy coordinating with Mezzo Camino so that it all could come together and happen. Thank you also to Kate Benedict and John Leahy for shepherding me here because I am so utterly paranoid of the subway. I'm a native guy. And Kate has been dragging me around like the proverbial tourist. It's been wonderful. I'm going to read mostly from, as I like to call it, the book that is, the book I'm currently flogging, Cradle for the Checkout Line in Winter. I'll also read at least one thing from the book that was, Breath Control, and one from the book that will be, called Medieval, and one thing from the sheaf of manuscripts that hasn't decided yet whether it's going to be a book. You've got to try out the new ones once in a while. My organizing principle, because the weather is so beautiful out there, thank you, New Yorkers, for arranging this extremely beautiful weather for my visit.
It took us 4 months.
I understand how that works. We have a similar problem where I live. And because of that similar problem, I write a heck of a lot of winter poems, and they tend to predominate when I have been giving readings for this book. Not going to do that this time. Going to talk about spring. It's not quite this beautiful at home yet. We are just emerging from what is poetically termed mud season. So I will begin with mud season, and this poem is called Emergences. It has an epigraph from Hopkins. Nothing is so beautiful as spring. The mud sucks up the filthy snow and swallows. From the shrunken mass, the bus stop beer cans crown and grow. A season's meanness dots the grass. We wait, we wait. The weather breaks. It heaves the bones of old mistakes, where gulls pick trash from parking lots, and dandelions brood the seed set to subvert our garden plots. We pick our poisons weed by weed and plan. We plan. We never learn. These are the tricks the seasons turn. While down the alley's pothole lines, through muscled open windows come the mower motors, manic whines, and street rods at the stoplight hum hard vices in their deepest throats. Decades old, discordant notes, menace we never quite forget. We wait. We are not younger yet. I think I have to read the book's title poem, even though it does mention winter, but I promise it gets over it really quickly. Credo for the checkout line. in winter. Even while sleet spits in the parking lot, and a bored girl with a tongue stud and fuchsia hair rings up these tasteless, stone-hard, gassed tomatoes, even now, I believe with perfect faith in the rounded, fragrant, heirloom types to come. In covered farmers' markets where flats of pansies spread in uncountable rows, their petals trembling all over, exactly the way it felt once, new shucked from tucks and tulle, sprung from our childhoods, rocketing into new lives, our possessions dragging behind us, crammed in a 12-foot U-Haul with a governor and no radio, belting John Denver at the tops of our lungs for 1,100 miles of farmland, stippled green. And on the third day, we came, gravel-throated and bone-jarred, to the place appointed. A stony hole in the ground gaped where our street would go in front of our building, and we lugged our laden dressers across the blocks through air gritty with seasonal road construction, not faltering even then. And 40 years of falling on stony ground still see us springing for Aprils. And therefore, I believe in the future of the geeky bagger who never meets my eyes, but will someday win the smile of the pink-haired cashier. In palms, as they beckon to me from glossy covers that sway over swimwear that conquers the laws of physics. In Elvis, who will return in a blaze of sequins to burn away all sorrow, yea, though he tarry.